Welcome to the Waylon perspective. Please like and press that subscribe button. I appreciate it very much. This is America's Got Talent 2025 Season 20 Semifinals. My reaction to Jourdan Blue performing Stargazing, originally by Myles Smith. Let's commence.
This will last forever, looking in your eyes. I see my whole life. Oh, just promise that you'll hold me close, don't let me go.
The young man is back, ladies and gentlemen. Jourdan Blue on the AGT stage for the semi-finals. What a journey it has been for the young man. Incredible stuff here. What a talented singer he is, ladies and gentlemen. He's given it his all at every stage of this competition. He has given it his all. This is the young man's dream, ladies and gentlemen, through and through. I'm pretty sure I can speak for him to say that there is nothing that he wants more than to go all the way and win this competition, ladies and gentlemen. Sadly, it's not in his hands. It is in the hands of the voting public. They decide who wins the AGT title for Season 20. But Jourdan Blue has made himself proud, throughout this competition with his strong vocal performances. And he starts us off with this one here called Stargazing. Yours truly, I am not familiar with the song Stargazing or the singer who performs it originally. I'm not familiar with Myles Smith either, ladies and gentlemen. I've never heard his music, but I have heard Jourdan Blue on AGT, and I have been impressed by the young man. He has taken all these various tracks, and he has definitely added that Jourdan Blue flavor to each and every one of them, ladies and gentlemen. This young man sings confidently. He performs with a vibe that is just so uniquely his own. And already here, the vibe on this is already stunning. Jourdan on that stage, those various lights on him, it's already generating an awesome feeling here. Let the young man continue.
Take my heart, don't break it. Love me to my bones. All this time I've wasted, and you were right there all along. You and I stargazing, intertwining souls. We were never strangers, and you were right there all along. I lose my mind when I'm around you, how I come alive. When I'm without you, I can't help but feel so lost. I wanna give you all I've got. Oh, just promise that you'll be close, don't let me go.
Ladies and gentlemen, I had to time it. I had to wait for Jourdan to just absolutely complete that note and what he was doing there. Just charisma, ladies and gentlemen. Vocal ability. The young man absolutely just, he's giving you that vocal flourish to show you what he can do. But he's also pouring so much emotion into the performance, ladies and gentlemen. The young man on this stage, he's not letting the opportunity slip, is what I'm saying to you. In the semi-finals, you know what I mean? That clock, it's ticking. If this were a soccer game, that clock is ticking. We're going into extra time, and he's giving us, the goal. He is scoring the goal with his vocal performance here. Do you see what I did there? I'm trying to equate this to a soccer match. Me, I'm a Liverpool fan. We rule, but Jourdan Blue rules on this stage right now, ladies and gentlemen. He is fantastic, and this crowd appreciating it. Definitely, you could hear the shouts of appreciation here. The young man, utterly brilliant. Ladies and gentlemen, as he stops singing, I just gotta give him a shout out here for this performance. Awesome song choice. That was a cool song. First time I heard that song, but I was impressed. The beat, all of the vibe on it, awesome stuff. But Jourdan Blue, absolutely on this stage, ladies and gentlemen. The young man proving that he is just an incredible singer, ladies and gentlemen, as if we didn't already know that. Jourdan Blue, stunning stuff.
Jourdan Blue!
Jourdan, I don't know what it is about you, your voice, your hair, your eyes, the songs that you pick, everything is it's beautiful, it's very emotional. I don't know, but I think America's gonna have such a hard time today and tomorrow voting because all of you guys have been so amazing and you were amazing tonight.
Thank you so much.
Sophia trying to pinpoint what it is about Jourdan Blue that is so captivating. It's that entire Jourdan Blue vibe, ladies and gentlemen. It's all of him. And he has given us all of himself in this process, ladies and gentlemen. The young man has just been so brilliant throughout. You gotta give him a shout out. It's, a real world, it's tough out there. But Jourdan Blue has stepped onto the AGT stage and he's already been living his dream throughout every stage of the competition. And the young man is just utterly awesome.
Mel B!
Well, listen, Jourdan, you're pitch perfect, so I'm not even worried about how you sound. What I'm most bothered about is I want you to give us that grit again, that when we first saw you, you just left everything there on that stage. I think you're still holding back a little bit, and why? This is your stage and you've got this.
Thank you.
Mel B saying Jourdan's holding back? I don't know. I think the young man has utterly given it, everything that he can give with every performance. And even, when at times it seemed that there's been a bit of sort of control in all of it, the voice has always carried him through, in my opinion, ladies and gentlemen. Mel B, she's right there in person. She's perhaps seeing other vibes that, us watching at home can't see. I'm not sure. But in my opinion, Jourdan has just been, giving it everything throughout in every performance. But, he took what she said there on board and he's going to roll with that as well. You're not always just going to hear, praise every time. Sometimes people are going to give you other points of view, that if you want to grow as an individual, you have to take that on board. You have to see what you can add, to change things up a little. So, yeah, that's Mel B's opinion here. Let's keep going.
Simon!
Look, I actually think from the minute we first saw you, Jourdan, we really, and still do, love you. There's something about you, genuinely. You're very sincere. You're a really nice person. You deserve a break. The only thing I do feel is I think you're playing it safe right now.
That's what I said.
And I still think America will probably vote you through. My suggestion is if you make the final, do something unexpected.
Edgy.
Seriously.
You.
Just
I don't know. Even when Simon Cowell sometimes says something that's completely the truth, it's because he's saying it that I'm like, Mel B basically said the exact same thing. So what I kind of understand now what they're going for here. They want him to, step out of his comfort zone a little in terms of the songs he's performing. Okay, I guess. You could go for some completely out there genre. I think in his mind it would be a bit more risky. There's that, you have to weigh sort of what you feel might be the trademark vibe that suits you best versus, maybe just giving it a go and trying something completely different and out there. You might try something completely different and out there and then, America doesn't dig that or the voting audience does not enjoy it. So you took that risk and then you sacrifice your chance to continue. You give up the opportunity, you lose it, and then you're stuck wondering, why did you try something different? It's not easy. It's not easy. Look, you know what I mean? This is the suggestion. This is the advice he's getting from the judges here. And it'll be up to him to decide in that sense. But it's difficult stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Do you stick with what brought you to the party, but with what brought you to the dance, or do you try different stuff, just to show more range and versatility? I don't know. It's tough stuff. Simon Cowell giving us his opinion there as well. Jourdan is still taking it in his stride here. The young man looks calm.
Howie, I think you played it pitch perfect. I love what you did. Did a great closing. Through America, there's no better singer in this competition.
Howie absolutely going to bat for Jourdan Blue. I mean, some cheerleader vibes here by Howie Mandel. He absolutely was the one giving a standing ovation as well. Howie wanting Jourdan to progress. Ladies and gentlemen, yours truly, I believe Jourdan deserves it. I believe Jourdan absolutely, based on his performances in the show, deserves, the world. The young man has already announced himself on AGT. He's already gotten his name out there to an audience that did not know about him at all before the competition started. So he's done incredibly well throughout every stage of the competition, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, it's up to the voting audience. The young man wants this so badly, and he's been so brilliant throughout. You can't hold that against him. He's been amazing in every performance. Jourdan Blue absolutely has done what he needs to do, and he's been awesome all along. Howie, good stuff. Stargazing is a song by British singer-songwriter Myles Smith. It was released in 2024 as the lead single from his second extended play, A Minute. America has spoken, ladies and gentlemen. The votes came through, and Jourdan Blue goes through to the finals. The way those judges were speaking there, I was getting a bit nervous, but Jourdan made it through to the finals, ladies and gentlemen. He is set. He's going to get his opportunity. He's going to get that chance, and that's what he has been dreaming about. He's going to get that chance to compete for the AGT Season 20 Grand Title Championship. What do they get? Do they get do they get a trophy? Do they get, one of those belts that the boxers wear? What do they get when they win AGT outside of the money? But Jourdan Blue wants to compete for the title, ladies and gentlemen. The young man, he's been holding this dream in his heart throughout. It's been quite clear, and he's performed, every step of the way, ladies and gentlemen. Throughout all of the circumstances that came his way, he's just kept going. He's just kept plugging away. He has refused to give up, and his reward for that is getting all the way through to the final. Well deserved for Jourdan Blue, ladies and gentlemen. He absolutely deserves to make it through to that final, and he has been awesome throughout, ladies and gentlemen. Throughout the entire season, he has been wonderful, giving us incredibly strong vocal performances every single time, allowing himself to shine through in those brilliant performances, his vocals, his personality, allowing that part of himself to be showcased for the audience and for the judges every single time. We heard what the judges said there. In that final, that Jourdan has now reached. They want to see something slightly different, but that's the judges though. You know what I mean? America, the voting public, they have spoken, and they have sent Jourdan through. They have, voted for him to continue on in the competition. So this is going to be a balancing act for Jourdan as far as that final, performance is concerned. Is he going to swing for the fences and try something completely different? And now for something completely different. Or is he going to stick with what, has given him success in the competition throughout? That vibe that he has managed to capture in all of the songs that he's performed. Is he going to is he going to stick with that vibe? I don't think it's necessarily always playing safe. It's you giving, it's you playing to your strengths. It's you absolutely showcasing what you're good at. So that's the other way to look at it. It's going to be interesting for Jourdan Blue. But this performance right here, he introduced me to this song here, Stargazing, which was just epic, ladies and gentlemen. His vibe was just wonderful, so enjoyable. The young man just absolutely taking us through the song in such a memorable way. Such a memorable way for yours truly. And he absolutely deserves all the credit in the world for staying the course and for just remaining awesome throughout, for just remaining fantastic throughout the competition. We'll see what happens in that final, ladies and gentlemen. But Jourdan Blue, he deserves the spotlight. He deserves, you know what I mean, to be appreciated for how awesomely he performs every single time. The young man, just stunningly, consistently brilliant throughout this competition. The dream, it's right there. The win, it's within reach. Can Jourdan Blue do it? We'll have to wait and see. But that performance right there, that was simply masterful. Jourdan Blue's gonna keep battling till it's all said and done. That was a glorious performance.